Welcome in, everybody, to this edition of the Commissioner's Address. This is going to be a bit of a triple header. I'm sorry I haven't gotten these out lately. I've been busy finishing up physio and busy with my kid, but these should continue on into the end of the season here as we get into the final push for the playoffs. Like I said, we're going to do a triple header. Just realizing now I didn't do my intro screen, but there it is. Let's go back here. Let's have a quick look at week 9. I'm not going to get too far into these last 2 weeks of matchups until we get into week 11, as that's the one that we just wrapped up. I was taking on Mickey in week 9, and he really needed to get a win, and he did. He did not get the median. But he did get a win together, and my struggling team put up 116. And, oh, God, things are just not going well for me right now. Ladies and gentlemen was taking on Commissioner's Pity Prize. Casey really needing a win to keep his playoff hopes alive. He did not get the win. He did not get the median. Robbie D coming away with both of those W's in week 9. Rob Brown Puka taking on Bijan Maystord, two playoff-bound teams at this point, battling against each other. Jordan putting up 163 points to Eric's 128, so he will get the 2 wins for Infuse and 2 losses for Eric. Wade taking on the seemingly steamrolling, unstoppable High Lifer. Chubb and my Butker coming away with the win, 151 to 125. Can Spencer be slowed down? I do not know. And moving into the next matchup, big fucking anime TDs taking on Dumpster Fire. Now, is beating Dumpster Fire a huge... Not really. But the reason I'm giving Superman of the Week in Week 9 to Whiskey Jack is because going into this week, he was 5-10 and flirting with last place. And really needed to get the W to keep his playoff hopes alive, and he goes ahead and gets 2 wins on the week, beating Gus Bus's Dumpster Fire 163 to 121. An honorable mention goes to the next matchup with Nick taking on the first place Fear Boners, and Nick putting up 212 points thanks to 32 from Flacco, 34 from McCaffrey, 23 from Adams, and Brock Bowers with the game of the season for himself. He had 43 points, 12 catches for $127, and 3 fucking touchdowns. And then the Tory Horton, not even Nick knew who he was when he put him on his team. He ended up getting 2 touchdowns on his 4 catches. So that's a huge week to Nick. As for Bitch of the Week, get this rolling here. Oh, who could I give it to? I mean, Dumpster Fire needed a win. He put up 121 points. Man, Wade. He played against Spencer. I can't give it to you. Casey really needed that win. So I'm going to split it between Casey and Gus Bus. You know what? I'm going to give it to Dumpster Fire. 121 points when you need a win is just not going to do it. So, Will, you are Bitch of the Week in Week 9. So let's take a hop into Week 10. In the first matchup, I was taking on Bijan Maystord, and I lost by 0.46 points. Oh, not only was it the heads-up loss that was separated by 0.46 points, but it was the median loss as well. So I was less than half a point from 2 wins, and I ended up getting 0 wins, which just fucking sucks. So maybe let's just do it. I could have given it to myself in week 11 as well. And I still might. Because goddamn, it is not looking good. So tentatively I'm bitch of the week this in week 10. But fuck. Wade with a big win, bouncing back. He had the 3-point victory against Nick, two playoff-bound teams at the moment. Wade needed a big win there to stay up in that playoff position, and he gets it. A huge week from Rob Brown Puka, 171 points against Casey's 102. Damn, Casey. That's the second week in a row I could have made you bitch of the week, but you're getting away with it because I hate my team right now. Whiskey Jack taking on Kamara Chameleon. Both of these guys needed wins to keep their playoff hopes alive, and Whiskey Jack does it again. It just keeps rolling. He was just shy of the median victory, but he does get the heads-up victory, 144 to 108. And Justin is no longer flirting with last place. He is starting to flirt with the playoffs. Dumpster Fire taking on Laddies and Gentleman. Dumpster Fire with 185 points. I don't get to say it very often, but Will, in week 10, you were Superman of the week. 182 points against Rob's 127. That's two big wins for you to keep you out of last place at the very least. So well done to Will for getting the Superman of the Week in Week 10. In the final matchup, we had Fairboners taking on Chubb in my Butker. And Shane, I could have made you Superman of the Week because you showed that Spencer could be slowed down a little bit. As this was kind of the matchup of the week, as our first place team took on our second place team. And Shane rolled away with it, putting a little bit of a buffer between him and second place heading into week 11. So now let's take a closer look at week 11. I mean, do I want to do it again? Can I really make myself bitch of the week twice in a row? No, I can't, and you'll see why. You'll see, it's pretty great. I was projected to win by a lot. And then my team found a dick to suck, and they did. Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith got me 16 points combined, and George Pickens got 29 against me. And that was kind of how the week wrapped up on Sunday and Monday night. And I missed out on the heads-up win and the median win by about 6 points. So in the last 2 weeks, by about 7 points, I could have been 4-0, and I'm 0-4. And if I wasn't bitch of the week last week, I would have been this week, because I am now on the outside of the playoffs looking in. And the rest of my schedule is just dog shit. I play Shane, and I play Spencer, and I play one of you other fucks. And I'm a little nervous. I'm not feeling very good. And here's why I can't be bitch of the week this week. 82 points, Casey? 82?
Dumb bitch. She's a dumb bitch.
That last place
Dumb bitch.
is just, it's got like a, you know, when you have a couch that has like a, you know, your ass spot in it. That's Casey's spot right now. He's just sitting there and he's making himself comfortable. And he's fapping to all these other teams that are doing well. 82 points against Eric's 146. Justin Herbert with 4. Charbonnet with 6. Your whole team underperformed. Even your bench. There's not one green fucking player on your whole team. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I really don't know if every single player, including the bench, has underperformed. I don't know what pep talk you gave your team before this game, but you might have been better to have somebody march out there in that locker room and just shoot themselves right in front of everybody. Because that's what your team fucking represents right now. Brutal. Bijan Robinson on the other side with 30, 27 from McBride, 24 from Prescott. Eric gets the win in that one. Kamara Chameleon taking on the waiver wire Josh Allen with 44 points and a huge week from Mickey's team with 172 against Nick's 133. Mickey coming away with 2 wins here that he desperately needs to stay relevant if he wants to have a chance to make the playoffs. Ted McMillan with 8 catches and 2 tutties. He had a great day. He's coming around as one of the better wide receivers in the league. Christian McCaffrey on Nick's side is just having a fucking season. If it wasn't for JT and the way he's playing, and, JT had that one down game. Christian McCaffrey, I guess he did have one down game too, where he only got 9.8, but he has been on a tear this season. Definitely on an offensive player of the year caliber season for McCaffrey. If JT doesn't take that away, it'll be interesting to see how those two wrap up the end of the season. Laddies and gentlemen needing a win here against Chubb in my Butker. Spencer slowed down last week by Shane, but this week he is not slowed down. He wins 138 to 111. James Cook has been good for him all season, and Kelsey had a good day with 9 catches and a touchdown. And Laddies and Gentlemen is going to move down to 7-15, and High Lifer will be at 14-8. Raw Brown Puka taking on Dumpster Fire. This whole matchup was a dumpster fire. Gus Bus with the win, 120 to 110. What a terrible week from both of you guys. Just a shit matchup of the week. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's move into Whiskey Jack taking on Fear Boners. Not very often does somebody get Superman 2 weeks in a row. But it's happening, because I got to give props to you, Justin. In the last 3 weeks, you are 5-1. You're now at 500 for the first time since week 0, before week 1. I don't know, maybe you won week 1, but since week 1. And now you are 11-11. And you are on a roll. And you took down the number 1 team, Shane, 102 points. I don't know what you're doing there, Shane. 147 to 102. Shane not putting up much of a fight, but Whiskey Jack getting 2 victories here, moving him up, and he is fucking rolling. Let's take a quick look at the standings. Of course, as you all know, or perhaps you don't, and this is just a reminder, the top 6 do make the playoffs, and the top 2 get a bye week in the first round of the playoffs. Right now, Shane has a 2-win lead over anybody else. Spencer at 14-8, followed by Bijan Maestord, also at 14-8, will hold second and third spot. Spencer has a commanding points for lead right now over Eric. And the person that gets second place will get a bye in the first week of the playoffs, and that is huge. So that is going to be a battle, because the next 3 teams that wrap up the playoff spots are all 13-9. So it's tight as shit going into the last, what do we got, 3 weeks of the season, 12, 13, 14? And Infuse, Nick, and Wade are those 3 13-9 teams. Whiskey Jack is 1 spot out of the playoffs after being 5-10 just 3 weeks ago. He's on a roll. I am a diaper rash right now at 10-12. This is the lowest I think I've been ranked all goddamn season. My injury-plagued season, that's my excuse. And I suck. the Browns on my bench last week with 30 fucking points, and I started 49ers against Arizona who had 10 or some stupid thing. I'd be. Fuck. I'm behind Justin. Ugh. Behind me is Dumpster Fire at 8 and 14, followed by Mickey also at 8 and 14. Ladies and gentlemen at 7 and 15, and Commissioner's Pity Prize. I don't know what the prize is, Casey, but it ain't gonna be good. Because you are 5 and 17. You had 2 victories in week 1. Since then, you are 3 and 17 in the last 10 weeks. And that sucks. You know what? Your team makes me feel better about being my team, having my team. You know, damn. It is tight. Shane with a bit of a lead right now in first place, but between second and sixth, only one victory separates all of it. Nobody's safe. Shane, you got a bit of leeway, but second to sixth, it is tight. Justin's coming for you guys. I'm going to try and come for you guys like a dilapidated dog rolling down a hill. But if I hit you, that's your fault. Anyway, that is the Commadd for weeks 9, 10, 11. Thank you all for tuning in. May your players stay ever healthy and unproductive. Commish out.